Thehayteamtv. So rolling in autumn. Why? Well, easy thing why is obviously everyone knows we've got this problem with chafer bugs, and you boys in New Zealand that talk to us say you have problem with certain bugs in the ground this time of year, and using big heavy flat rolls. At the moment I'm just sort of seeing if I can dig. No, that's not. Oh, there he is. There be the chafer. See it there? Anyone? Say hello. I'm calling this chafer Jeff. Jeff the chafer. And he's an arsehole. And all his family are arseholes. And they're all, yeah, total arseholes. So, back to what I'm getting at. You boys down south, super south, New Zealand, have been telling us to use flat rolls and squash them, basically. So with the dowel bow, and in the little clip a minute ago you saw the pressure bar we put up to 150. So with the weight of the roller we can also add extra weight of downforce by basically its leverage of pushing the ram out and pressing the rollers down, if that makes sense. So we can basically make the existing roller we got heavier. I'm now just sort of walking along and seeing what I think, whether we want to put any more pressure down or not. So basically what we can do is roll this field as a bit of a trial and error, because I don't know what everyone else has got in the country. Down our way there's a lot of people having the same sort of problem with these freaking chafer bugs as we are. We have people phoning us up saying we've got this thing happening in our garden yet because the crows just come and absolutely shred the ground, like you saw ironically in the fire video. I'll address the humour around the fire video with Adam in a bit when he pops on camera. But for this trial we've already been through it with the trail topper and just basically shred yourself up to get a bit more level. Now with the roller we're going to pack it in and see if this makes a dent, because obviously crows have already been through the ground as well, because at some point or another we have to find a solution. Also, rolling this field this time of year, it is lovely. In the spring everything got too hard too quick, so rolling this field this time of year we won't have to roll it again. So, what we're trying to find out. As you can see, we're packing this in quite tight. But what we're looking for is squash chafer bugs. Let's have a little scratch here around a bit more. Oh, nothing there. So the idea is, hopefully, if this works, see, another one. Well, I'll get you to the camera. Another one which is being squished. That one didn't get squished, but I'll go out there, he might do. Another one that didn't. So on that bit alone, right, 2 squash, 2 not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go at Charlie, put another 50 bar pressure down. So that's that little bit more. And then hopefully I'll come back up later on and see what sort of impact we've had then. But we're putting quite a bit of press down at the moment. But I think we'll just add a bit, basically. Hopefully my sound is right now, because it is windy up here. I have got my hand muffling the mic, so fingers crossed it's all good for you guys. Right, you put 200 bar of pressure down. Okay, now that's one thing going on. Another thing which is going on, which is a bit of a downer, with many downers that seem to be happening, is we are putting together a new ram for our Baler. Now the old ram, which is here, there's a com rod. One day I might explain more. Rest, otherwise this is still staying top secret. But we're seeing a ram. Now, this ram has been welded up and reinforced before, okay? Now, this bar here should be dead straight, and it's not. Because if it's dead straight, the line would be here, and not where it is. It's about ½ inch out bent. If I tip him over, right, you can see all the support structure that we've had put in before, but he's gone and snapped badly again. So if you also see him this way, you can see he's bent out that way and he's bent that way. He's bent 2 different ways, and from the top he's nearly twisted out. You see this corner here to there, like by 2-3 mil as well. So you could say it's shagged. We'll probably have it welded back up as a spare, because we do have 3 of these on site. You can see from the work she does how different bits of plate are bent and worn away and completely gone. But fortunately, we had a brand new one on the shelf, because some things, when you're doing as many bales as we are, it's important to not have too much stop time. So this one has been completely sanded down, because this has got to be perfect on its tolerances and gaps for its cutting. And it's having all its bearings put in at the moment. And then it will be fitted back in the baler to pump more bales out. So anyone who doesn't know what this thing does, this is the ram inside a bale chamber. If you had a big square baler, it'd be a lot bigger than this. So this basically does that action, and as crop gets fed up underneath it, it just keeps banging out bales. And I know you'd like to see a system, but I'm still not sure showing the system. That's all in your court. All you've got to do is like and subscribe. So if you haven't yet done so, please subscribe. But more importantly, any of you who are watching, give us a thumbs up. Helps our video spread. So, oh, and on that note, we've had a couple of people saying we should do a Patreon group or a Patreon page, whatever it is. Personally, we don't really want to do a Patreon because we just rather everyone saw what we did. But what everyone could do for us, rather than pay us on Patreon, just give us a thumbs up. We're totally happy with that. We're not here to be greedy and charge anyone. Just give us a thumbs up so everything spreads. But anyway, back to this. So this should be rebuilt in the next 24 hours, something like that. Now, as to blades, and these blades are going to have to go back in because I can't find any spares on the farm, and it will be days before we get them. So they'll have to go back in as they are so we can get baling, and then we'll replace them again. But look at the wear on that blade. One, why we've stopped is because that ram is obviously twisted, fallen down, and it was been rubbing a while because one of the bearings have been gone. But we've known that, but we haven't been able to stop because we've had just too much going out. So we've had to keep going. But yeah, that is wear on metal. It should be, I don't know if I can give you guys an angle, it should be the same as this side of it. So yeah, basically to keep going, we keep a lot of spares for especially the kit in here. Because we can't have downtime too long. Even though we had a bit of downtime the other day in the fields, which couldn't help, but we did manage to sort ourselves out of that pretty quickly as well. But it's just handy having a lot of awesome people around to help you, you know, get going again on everything. So now you guys seen that, I am off out on delivery, and I'll chat to you when I get back. Well, unless I see anything interesting out on the roads today. If I see something interesting, then I might speak again. Otherwise, then I'll chat when I get back. And there's other stuff going on. And we'll have a look back at what the roller's done up in the field. Right, it's the morning after yesterday, because I got back late and didn't have enough time to do anything else. So, here is some of the damaged area. I'm going to flip around. A little bit of a dig here inspection, and that one, where's the camera? That one there's damaged. You can see he's dead, but still we aren't getting to all of them because there's a smaller one here which is alive, right? Until now. Now he's dead. If there's any naturists watching this, yes, that insect was harmed in this filming. Apologies about that, but those little things you wouldn't think could do all of this damage. Anyone from non-ag watching this is some of the things that we've got to deal with. Now, sprays, chemicals, pesticides for this are all wiped out, as I said in the video the other day. You boys in New Zealand said rolling. Well, from what I see, that's got maybe a 30-40% success rate at the moment. The birds seem to be taking out most of them, but there's still some that get left behind. Because obviously the birds aren't going to find every single one, unfortunately. So, whether we need a bigger, heavier roller, you boys in New Zealand tell me. But, yeah, this is going to maintain at the moment being a head scratcher how to get rid of them properly. But the field that they wrecked like this last year, they left this year and haven't been in it at all. So the only good thing is they seem to like fresh ground and keep moving on. But other options is we invest back into a rotavator and just go through it and start reseeding everything, which is not what we want to do, because that means spending a heap load of money on not just reseed but the machine as well, on a product where we don't need to reseed all the time. So other option is, interesting option as someone said, is pigs, because pigs will root and rummage like crazy. So whether that is an idea in the future, who knows. But I'm going to get on with the next job. So, I don't know if you can hear it, we're baling here. We'll get back to that in a second. But here, it's decided absolutely pissed out. I mean, I don't think the camera can quite do justice, but it is raining hard. Hopefully this gets it off, because Funky Farmer needs this way more than we do. The fingers crossed kids, well, that gets there. Now, lovely, golden, lovely barley straw. So the ram that I showed you, which is all bent up and twisted, is now being stripped down. Everything that we do get off that one's gone onto the new one. The new one is back in the baler and we are processing well. Now, any of you that doesn't actually know what that ram was for, this next clip you can see. So the ram is in the very front of the baling table, and it does this action where it punches through and pushes material that comes up underneath out, but pushes it through obviously you can see here, a square rectangular shape, which ends up giving you a square base. So that is now back in. It needs new knives. Knives aren't on the shop shelves at the moment, so we're going to have to take the ram out again to put new knives on. At the moment we've got second-hand knives we've got back in, but switch the sides because of the groove dents that have been worn out of it. So, that is now allowing us to punch through it. That's what that ram does. That ram is on a similar lever, similar principle to with that punching, packing, whacking, whatever terminology you want to do it, it's basically doing the same. But instead of fuel being pumped in and compressed, hay or straw is being pumped in and then compressed. Yeah, similar sort of thing. But on that, now we're up and going. I'm going to concentrate on this video. Thank you all for watching. HRS will be back in a up and coming episode with nicon. He's just not around today. But thank you for watching. See you next time. If you haven't done so, please hit a like, subscribe, that'd be wicked. You can find us more on Insta, Facebook, and sale. If you want the merch, it is still on eBay. There's just no fucking. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Cheers.